Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah. Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto, Carnivore, Carnivish, whatever it is that you're doing. I talk about like good behaviors or working on behaviors that you don't want or strategies that don't work and how you tweak your program. And so that's what we just do here. And it's not so much what you eat, it's how you eat it, when you eat it, and is it working for you? One of the things that is so important to me in my long-term maintenance that I've been lucky to be on is consistency. And so what I practiced yesterday, I like to go into today practicing the same. I don't like to get derailed or think I've got a brilliant, bright idea and try to make it work. You make it work. Any of you ever do that? And so what I do is I just, get up in the morning. I know what I'm having to eat. Basically, it's been great this summer because we've cooked on the big green egg. And so it's cook on Sunday and eat for a week. And so when I wake up, I pretty much know what I'm having. I mean, it's going to be basically beef with eggs, although sometimes there's pork and sometimes there's lamb thrown in. I just don't eat the other stuff. I will get chicken thighs for Greg every now and then. Well, actually not for months. We haven't had swordfish, although when he catches sea bass, we have that. And so it makes for an interesting food to integrate the fish into it. But I'm usually having beef with it because fish is so lean that, I know I won't be satiated because I've just gotten used to beef cooked in butter or bacon grease. And to me, it's just delightful. So I'm kind of consistent with my foods as well as I am with how I go about my day. I eat OMAD, one meal a day. It's usually between 2 and 3 in the afternoon. Greg and I both begin our days early. Like today, I began my Ubering at 4:30 this morning. So I'm able to quit doing it at like 1:30, and I've put in a good 8 or 9 hour day of Ubering. So I like that. And then I have some guilty pleasure TV time where, I admit I still watch Teen Mom and I watch the 600-pound Life. And I like it when they do Where Are They Now, which they seem to be doing this summer. And with the Teen Mom, I used to work in a shelter for homeless mothers with substance abuse issues, and they'd usually come in pregnant and have maybe 2 or 3 kids elsewhere that they would try to be reunited with through the social services. And so I've been watching Teen Mom because I started watching it with them like 9, 10 years ago. And so, yeah, they're just part of my family, just like the Wicked Tuna guys are and the Deadliest Catch guys are. My TV family. Do you have one too? So there, I hope you caught the Carnivore show. I don't know if it's a series. I'm loving The Butcher, where I learn a lot about beef and cutting and presentation and certain things about where it's located on the beef body or other bodies of other animals. And it's been a great education. And plus, it's pretty awesome to see all that meat, and they donate it to animal shelters when they're done with it, which that's a wonderful thing. Boy, I'd take some of those steaks off their hands, that's for sure. So being consistent means that, a tweak is one thing and a big overhaul is another. And if you're working your keto program or your carnivore, carnivish program this summer, and it seems like things aren't working, well, then to be consistent and tweak is one thing. But to suddenly, jump ship, this isn't working for me, I gave keto a chance, I don't know. I mean, I'm a big believer that humidity just kind of makes us feel waterlogged and sometimes bloated, even if we're not eating the foods that cause those things. I know that when I was having keto with veggies every day, I did still feel bloated. Not the same bloat as when I had a grain diet and sugar in my diet, but definitely grain because it was like, that feeling in your stomach, that beached whale feeling. when the humidity is 100%, the temperature is 85, that dew point is like way up there, and you know, you have a slice of pizza and you feel like you're carrying it around for a week. Not that type of bloat. But sometimes there's a veggie bloat. I noticed that last year when I wasn't carnivore. I was still doing a lot of keto veggies every day because I liked them. They worked. They weren't causing me any gastrointestinal disorder like they started to a few months ago. And so now I'm mostly carnivore, and I do the do every single day. It's it's the same, you know, you see me with the same foods week after week. They continue to work, they continue to satiate. And so it's easy for me to remain consistent in my behaviors, my habits, my routine, as well as my food choices. And, you know, this is a good place to land, because you will find me doing the same thing if you've gone out and tested waters elsewhere and come back and say, you know, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought it was a good idea. It wasn't. So, yeah. Oh, I don't have my phone with me. I was going to tell you what I'm having today. But yeah, so I use the chronometer. It's as much for telling me, like when we cook all the stuff on the big green egg, you know, I know what I'm having Sunday with the ribeye, and then Monday, Tuesday, you know, for the rest of the week, I can put in basically the type of beef that I'm having, whether it's, you know, a ground beef 93.7 burger with my bacon grease and butter that I cook it in, or if it's like porterhouse steak, maybe another ribeye, maybe maybe a pot roast. So I've got all those things that I have, and it works out. And so I know what the rest of the week is, like beef tenderloin. We cook that on the big green egg too, so there's a day of that with the eggs. So I'm kind of the same, and it just works. So if you've been gone for a while and you come back, yeah, it's still me, and yeah, the videos are fresh and new, and yeah, they might sound the same, but then some people like that with their cup of coffee in the morning, and it's stability, it's consistency, it's counting on somebody. You know, I like to think that people can count on me to not deviate from my plan and just be an example of what it's like to just do the do. I've talked in other videos about how eliminating an awful lot of things has made my life incredibly simple and easier. When I began what I called mostly carnivore, I was still having asparagus, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts on Sunday with the big green egg and the ribeye. And now I'm just down to the Brussels sprouts and the ribeye. I gave up the asparagus and the cauliflower. Did I want to? No. Do I love them? Yes. But, you know, they kind of turned on me. They weren't very nice to me. So now I just have the Brussels and with my beef, and that makes me happy. The rest of the week, it's basically beef and my eggs, sometimes with cheese, sometimes without. So totally simple. I could probably bore you to death. And I know a lot of you still do casseroles and other things and have, you know, you have some guac, you have some salsa, you have some sour cream, you have some other veg, you have a salad like a Cobb salad. All those things are perfectly fine. If you're not having any reaction, don't change that. Still enjoy it. You know, I mean, I do believe that some of the nutrients get absorbed from veggies and other things, you know, maybe even berries in season. And this is the season. So enjoy it because it could change. I wasn't anticipating a change, but it changed, and I'm okay with it. I guess I'm happy with what I can have, and I don't get pouty, petulant, and stamping my feet about what I can't have. Where would that get me anyway? So, but don't touch my coffee. That's not going anyplace soon. It's not an interest of mine, so I don't even think one day you'll be giving up coffee. I don't think that way. And so, yeah, I just go merrily along, and I'm so glad for all of you to be here. Hopefully we'll resume the Tuesday with a turtle and Friday with a friend come the slower months, but right now it's just too crazy. Too crazy for me with my Uber and Lyft driving, and too crazy for you with all the things that you have planned too. So we do the basics, we do the minimal, but we do it, and we do it with consistency. That is a very important word. That's how I've gotten to having the years of sobriety that I've had, because I'm consistent. I go to meetings, I don't pick up a drink, I don't think about a drink, I don't put myself in harm's way or temptation's way. It's the same way with foods. It's just another substance if you're an addict, alcohol, smoking, shopping, food, drinks that like fancy coffee drinks. I don't know. We can all be addicted to certain things. I know people addicted to Red Bull. Probably I'm addicted to coffee. Oh well, there's worse things, right? It's where you came from that makes the difference. And if you notice that in your own life, it's like what you used to have, like 2 liters of soda with sugar in it before you came here. And so it's all relative, right? So staying consistent and true to yourself, and don't being pushed around by the food pushers or the you shouldn't, or you need to do this and I didn't do that and my doctor says. Good. Good on you. Just nod and say you may be right. You may be right. But I am going to stay on my consistent food plan, be it keto, carnivore, and I am going to be happy. And consistent's the word for the day. So, brought to you by the letter C. Anyway, it's a good day in the neighborhood, isn't it? And I will see you, itchy nose, kiss a fool, have a fight, something like that. I'm not going to do either. I'm going to go make another cup of VitaCup coffee, the gourmet breakfast blend with a little cinnamon in it, just because. I will see you the next time. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. See you the next time. Bye-bye for now.